Yeah, we did it.
This is my mask.
That's a good one. Where'd you get that one at? Can I have it? Are you
God
gonna
gave
give
it.
it away? Are you gonna do
God
a
gave it to me.
giveaway?
What is up, guys? We are Thin Line Defense. Welcome, welcome to our Thursday night live chat. Walsh might be joining us. If he does, he'll be joining us late. Harry is
Harry
here.
Baloney, what's up?
Hey, I'm gonna start it off tonight. Wizard, wizard dance, magic, wizard party, wizard them knees.
Yo, yo, yo. Croak says, "Wow, show us on the doll where the primary arms or Expo touched you."
Ooh,
Everywhere, Croak. Everywhere. All right, guys. So we are Thin Line Defense. We are your favorite, obviously, favorite YouTube channel to go get trustworthy gear reviews on all things that we love and hate. And we love to hate stuff. I
yeah.
think that's fair.
No, I don't. I love to love stuff. It's just a lot of things disappoint.
Yeah, that's
I
probably fair.
know there was some hate in the comments on Jason's video about his mask, or not
Yeah,
Jason's
I,
video.
I get that. I get that all the time.
Yeah.
Really?
One of these days, I won't have a mask, and
No.
won't we be
Well,
surprised?
I
What?
invited those guys. Hey,
Look at this. Shadow Mankin
nice.
with a super chat. Thanks, buddy.
What? Thanks,
Wizard,
bud.
wizard, wizard, dance
Awesome.
magic,
Yeah,
wizard,
Yes.
that's
silver
a.
level, wizard,
I'm gonna
divinity,
take a
service.
swig for that.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna take two. We got wizards and a super chat.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Um, no, but we have a good time doing what we do. I think
What'd you
we
say, Cody? You invited them what?
Oh yeah, I invited them to come to the live chat so they can
okay.
understand the mask.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have them on as guests.
Yeah, like all of our OG guys, they know what the masks are about, and they like to see them in the videos. So
Yeah. And we care about our viewer, but not enough to not wear a mask.
Quarantine Captain says, "Joe, you crack me up."
Thanks. I try. I try.
We do have I mean, we really do enjoy having these Thursday night live chats and doing the videos. And we try to talk a little bit about whatever video we had the last week. But as our OGs know, it goes off the rails. We end up talking about nothing. It's like
Everything.
Seinfeld. We talk about nothing,
Yeah. And then it's
and
like,
it's
well, great
different.
show.
Yeah, it's different each Thursday. So we take your chats. We like talking to you, discussing, and this is where we kind of have a chance to go more in depth on whatever it was that we talked about this past week, or get into questions that you guys might have.
What were the video this past week?
Walsh had that Expo Arms. Well, you and Walsh had that Expo Arms
Okay,
video.
that was this week. All right.
Yep, it's all blurring into one.
Yeah, I can't keep it straight anymore.
and the micro red dot.
Oh yeah, man, I forgot about that one
Yeah,
too.
see? Yeah,
That was
you're
mine.
Crimson Trace. Yeah. Yeah. So
uh,
I'll start then. The Expo Arms upper, it actually surprised me. I thought it was just when I first got it in, it's heavier than a normal. It has a bull barrel on it. It's heavier than normal, and I'm like, man, I'm not gonna like this thing. And then I went out and shot it, and I was pleasantly surprised. I liked it. So if you're in the market and you were thinking about Expo Arm, buy it. If you're thinking about building your own, I still say build your own. If you don't want to build your own, then yeah, it's a good. I can't find anything wrong. The dust cover kind of hangs up a little bit, but I mean I can fix it if I wanted to.
yeah.
What else
So
is there to say about it?
Misfit just commented it. He said, "I haven't seen you in a while, Misfit. So it's good to see you
Yeah,
on here,
where you?
buddy."
How you been?
He says that Expo Arms upper is a great value.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
thought so.
especially when Walsh was going through like a Microbest BCG. I mean, where the receiver is coming from, the handguard, a CMT handguard, a lot of fantastic parts that are in there.
Yeah,
And primary arms does have all of those parts individually on sale. So if you want, I know some people in the comments are saying, "Oh man, that sounds great, but I would love to have a 14.5-inch barrel or something like that." They have all of those parts. I mean, you get the entire Expo Arms series on primary arms right now, and they were a pretty good discount. It seemed like. If
I
you
will
time
say
it-
this. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, if you time it around one of their sales, like you can save an additional 12% or something like that with the code. It's even better.
Yeah, they just had that sale. I bought 2 magazines because they had that sale. But I will say this: the muzzle device, right? It's shimmed, and I noticed it after we did our recording, so I didn't include it in the video. But it's not clocked all the way perfectly horizontal. You know, where the opening are out the sides or whatever. It's not perfectly horizontal. And I kind of noticed that, and I'm like, man, they even shimmed it and everything, but they didn't clock it completely correct. Like, what's up with this? But honestly, I'm not going to touch it because I can't think of a single 5.56, right? I was shooting 5.56. I was shooting green tip, 62 grain. I can't think of a single gun that I've shot that's that flat shooting. I mean, we put it on a machine gun lower, and you see in the video, if you rewatch it, Sean from We Like Shooting, you out there shooting with me, he anticipated the recoil so much that at first shot, he shoots full auto all the time. His first shot, he pushed the barrel down.
Mhm.
And then after the first round, he brought it up and it just stayed there.
Yeah.
You know, like, dude, I forced the barrel down, anticipating the shot. It was so flat shooting, and I just had it on a Palmetto State Armory pistol lower. So it's nothing in the lower that's any different.
Yeah.
I don't know what magic they put into that. Maybe it's a sheer weight. I don't know. But I'm not touching that muzzle device because it's perfect.
And that's that forward control design with the chemo adapter, right?
Yeah.
For suppressor.
Mhm.
So Caleb just chimed in. He says that he believes they now have a 14.5 complete upper now. That's awesome.
Dang.
I wonder if with that chemo muzzle device, if it would take it to 16 inches, and then you just have a local gunsmith pin and weld it for you.
Because it does have a hole in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it already has a hole drilled into it. But keep in mind this, I forget, VG6. VG6 makes one that's small enough diameter. But with that muzzle device, if you pin and weld it, you're never going to be able to get your gas block off. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, so maybe if you're thinking
VG6
about,
has one that's small enough diameter that is smaller than the .750.
yeah.
So if you pin and weld it, you can still slide your gas block off at the end of the barrel.
Okay. I wonder if if you were to build one, then prep it out. If you know you're going to put a suppressor on it, maybe do an adjustable gas block and just leave that on there.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
mean,
what
I
would be
don't,
the
I
best
don't know
course.
why a gas block would ever go bad or why you need to replace it. I'm just saying, keep that in mind. You might be replacing a barrel, a muzzle device, and a gas block and a gas tube. But
So there was a comment. Okay, so Robert says, Joe, I enjoyed the video on the Expo Arms. It was fun. It was. I mean, my
thanks.
wife and I were watching it, busting up laughing. The keyboard warrior was. I mean, my daughter was in tears, almost laughing at the keyboard warrior, and
Nice.
you going, "What are they arguing about? This is stupid." Okay, let's
So-
test this out.
I came up with all that, and I'm like, all right, Walsh, I need your help with the video. This is what I need from you, blah, blah, blah. Little did I know that Walsh had way more of a part in it than I did. I think I got off pretty easy. My part was relatively easy, but yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I was excited for that. I want to do more like that. We're kind of working together and just throwing stuff into one video. I think it'd be fun.
The dude says,
I
"We'll be
remember
interested
talking about that. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Cody.
Planning that video out because it snowed in May, and that's when we were talking about, you should go outside and be like, to the range, and then there's snow outside.
Yeah.
I
It
remember-
snowed over a foot. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
At the end of May, like May 22nd or something like that.
But you kind of
It-
talked about that in your video, right? You were like,
Yeah.
"I'm going to the range, babe. I don't care if it's snowing."
Yeah. I don't care if it snowed a foot last night. And you can see in the video, it was, dude, my truck got so nasty. It probably took me 2 hours to pressure wash my truck, all the mud and sand. That melted throughout the day. And it just
Yeah.
caked all underneath, every single nook and cranny, all up underneath the rear bumper. It took forever to get that off. But it was fun. It was worth it.
Yeah, it was a fun video, man.
So thanks for the love. Thanks for the support for the video. Glad you enjoyed it. And we'll try to do more in the future like that. I want to do more at least.
Yeah.
Just takes
So,
time.
the dude's saying he's interested in how it'll hold up once you get a few thousand rounds through it.
Yeah, I mean, the parts that are in it, I don't see any issue with it. But this is coming from a guy. I buy stuff from Palmetto State Armory all the time, so I don't see any issue with it. I mean, you might shoot the barrel out of it after a few thousand rounds, but it'll still fire and it'll still be accurate as I need an AR pistol to be.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask that. Would a bull barrel? You would think that would be a little more durable.
Yeah, but it shoots the rifling out of it. The rifling no more durable. It's just you can get it hotter without affecting the trajectory, right?
Without warping it. Yeah.
Yep, or without doing permanent damage to it. I will say this, and I have so that lower came off of my actual 5.56 pistol, and the upper that I had on that 5.56 pistol, not going back on it. The Expo Arms staying on it. I liked it.
That's awesome.
I enjoyed it. I think Walsh hit the nail on the head with the pros and cons. I'll probably put a better charging handle in it, but other than that, yeah. So let's talk about your Crimson Trace.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's the first micro red dot in the series. Misfit jumped in. He said, real quick, handguards for 60 to 80 and stripped uppers for 50. That's a good deal. Yeah. So for those of you who were talking about this Expo Arms, if you decide to go out and build it yourself, you could. I mean, you're going to be paying about the same, but then you get the enjoyment of building it. But it's not an expensive gun.
They actually had a sale. I think on Expo Arm, they had a sale on their upper for under $50 over the weekend.
Yeah, So it was like $49.99.
Yeah,
$45.99. They had the complete upper on sale for $363, I believe.
Oh, that's a steal. I thought it was a $700 upper. For $360,
maybe
I would buy one.
Series, but and maybe it didn't come with a BCG or something, but I'm pretty sure it was like $364 or something like that. Someone's going to correct me in the comments down below, but
yeah, they will.
It was great.
That's their job.
Shadow Macam says, "Oh, great, Jason of the deal. I need a PMAG bundle deal."
That's too easy to find.
That's so easy.
Yeah.
Jump into the Discord, man, and just run through our Discord deals. I'm sure there's one that I posted recently.
PSA,
if not, I'll post one tonight.
Yeah, I saw one.
You could probably get a Romeo and like 10 PMags for like
$200.
I bet.
Yeah. I saw a deal that was a bolt carrying group and 10 PMags for $130.
Yep. I actually, someone that I know bought that deal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't need the magazines. I mean, my friend doesn't need the magazines.
I still have PMags in the plastic.
Yeah, same here, man. A lot. And my wife was like, "Where did you get all those?" And so my go-to answer whenever she says that, like, "When'd you get those guns? Or when'd you get all those magazines?"
Damn.
I always go, "Oh, I've had these things for a long time. I've had these things forever."
And because you leave them in the wrapper, believable.
So for those of you that go to Costco, you see those like black tubs with the yellow lids. I no joke have 2 of those filled with magazines.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You can't have too many mags.
I have a lot of magazines. All right, so Crimson Trace Red Dot. This is my first micro red dot that I've ever dealt with. I know Joe has used the Shield and the Ride-On, but you had the Gen 1 Ride-On, right?
Yeah, Shield, Gen 1 Ride-On, and Swamp Fox. Those are the 3 micro red dots I've used.
And
the
Trace,
Holosun. And the Holosun 407K.
Right. Yep. So the Crimson Trace is the first one that I've ever used on a micro pistol. I really like that thing, man. And I don't know. Maybe there's going to be some of the other ones that we're testing in the series. It'll have a feature that the Crimson Trace didn't have that I didn't even realize I liked until I get there. But I don't know what it would take to beat that. Maybe have like a side load battery would be great.
Yeah.
No,
don't know
it's
what
just
else,
like
though.
anything else. It comes down to the features of it, the durability of it, and the clearness of the glass. That's what it comes down to. And I guess price. So 4 things.
So, and I'm curious what you thought. I tried to show it on the video because you had asked, turn off the lights in the garage or make it so it's super dark, and then turn on the flashlight and see how the red dot
Reacts. Yeah,
reacts.
it did. I meant a flashlight on your gun. Did you turn
So
on?
so there's no that Smith and Wesson shield doesn't have a rail for a light.
Oh, so you should have bought a Hellcat. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, you would have been happier if I did.
So you should have bought a Hellcat.
You, yeah, you
Well,
would have been.
you're gonna
happier.
send it to me anyway. I'll update y'all because with the man, the Trigicon.
Yeah.
With the Trigicon, now one of my huge, like, we had to do night firing as part of our course of fire, and the light was sensing, or the optic was sensing no light, just moonlight, so it was good that way. But right when you flipped on your flashlight, your flashlight washed out the red dot completely.
Okay.
And when you're firing for time, I wanted that red dot, so I had to manually turn it up, and it stays turned up for like 16 hours or something. But that's just one more thing that I had to do. And when you're hunting for bad guys, right, the last thing you want to do is be trying to turn your optic up, because you're going to turn your flashlight on and it's going to wash out the red dot.
Yeah.
So I think in Holliston, actually, which I hate to say, I'm not the biggest fan right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I never had anything against them until I got that 407K. The thing with them, if they're having, or at SHOT Show, they told you guys that they're going to have a light sensor pointing forward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big deal, because then when you turn on the flashlight on your firearm,
It should
then
get brighter.
Yeah, it should get brighter.
Yeah. So the hardest thing for me when I was trying to show that, and that was just a misunderstanding of what you were looking for my end, but when I turned off the light, the camera was picking up and focusing on the tritium sights more than the red dot. I don't know if it really showed through how the red dot dimmed.
It did. I saw it.
Okay.
But I think you had the flashlight behind the gun.
Yeah.
So,
I had it to the side of the gun, but
yeah, that picks up the sensors. Although you don't have a rail on your next one, I suggest like just holding the flashlight kind of under the gun, or doing the side, or the teacup with the flashlight, or however you want to do it. But having the flashlight lens more forward than the optic, and then turning the flashlight on.
Okay. But I mean, for the little that I know about micro red dots, I was impressed with that little red dot. Now it's, we typically don't like going into prices on the videos, just because someone's going to watch the video 2 years from now and they're going to say, well, you said it was,
you're an idiot. This is only $250
or something.
Yeah.
So, but I will say, out of all the red dots that we're going to show off, not MSRP, but like what I actually bought them for, that one's one of the pricier ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 270, I think, 275.
Yeah. Crimson Trace has a price tag that comes along with their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I liked it. I liked the way it looked. I know Shield has a newer one. It's like the Shield RMS XL or SMS XL, where it has the same footprint, but it's a very wide lens, like extends out past the slide. There's a couple of different options that they have, and that was one of their new one that they're really pushing. So I sent them an email. I'm going to see if they'll send us, not that one, but one of their micro red dots to show off on the channel as well. Because Joe speaks highly of the one that he had, and the Gen 2 seems like it's going to fix some of the issues that Joe does talk about.
I do want to say that I was pretty critical of it, comparing it to a larger red dot. I still have it on my Hellcat. I still use it. I haven't replaced it yet, so it's not so bad that I'm going to run out and buy another Swamp Fox for my Hellcat.
Yeah.
So
this is perfect timing though, because I now have a subcompact or a micro compact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You bought the SIG.
Yep.
So you have the SIG, I have the Springfield, and not Jason has the Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
We
But mine's in 3.
There's two bad choices made here, people.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about it. We won't talk about it.
So Shadow Mancom's asking, would you recommend that red dot as an offset red dot? I probably wouldn't. And my main reason for it is, it's too. I think it'd be too small for what you're looking for if you want to do an offset red dot. I was actually talking with Walsh today about offset red dots, and how it seems like the industry standard is a 45 degree, and how he's messing with that Rook from Valhalla Tactical. But I think getting a slightly bigger, I don't know, quote unquote standard size red dot is going to be where you really want to go. The micro ones are, in my mind, really just meant for pistols. So I hope that helps, man. Just not something you can do. I think it would work. It's not something that I would do.
Yeah, your eye might struggle a little bit to find that dot on that big.
Yeah,
rifle.
to pick it up. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. You already have the weight and the size of a rifle. I would just put a regular, like an RMR type footprint red dot on it. Yeah,
and Crimson Trace does make those. Those size. We're strictly dealing with micro red dots here, so. And it's kind of fun. I mean, this is my first micro pistol that I've owned. I got it on a good deal, and then after I bought it, I'm usually the deal shopper. Joe is complaining because the Hellcat, was it the Hellcat Pro or something that went on sale for about the same price?
Yeah, everything did. I found you that gun for cheaper. I found you a Hellcat for cheaper. I pulled a not Jason. Yeah. I was proud of myself, though. A proud Joe moment. I was proud. I was like, yes, this is how it feels.
I was like, what? Joe, send me the deal. He's like, hold on, I want to savor this moment. So what about top mount? Man, I really wish Walsh was here, because this is something that he's been testing around. I have not played with the top mount. I don't think that I would like it, but I've never tried it. So if there's anyone in the comments that have tried a top mount red dot, please chime in. Walsh was talking about how much he does not like it, and how much it really kind of throws off. He was talking about how to get it into his line of sight, you basically put in the stock to your throat.
Yeah. So I've tried it. Yeah. Not Jason. I've tried it on a Trigicon, actually. Trigicon went the first one to come out with that. The 4x multiplier and then the little red dot on top. And I needed somebody that had more money than they know what to do with, so they bought all that. And I hated it. So I had to like giraffe up to be able to see it. So you're down here, good cheek to stock, shooting like you should. And then to be able to see through that other red dot, you have to come way up here. And when you're doing QCB and you're up here, it's just, I don't know. I didn't like it at all. I'm with everybody else. I don't even own a 45 degree or an offset mount. I don't even own one, but if I were to, I would go that route for those reasons. But that's just my personal opinion. Yeah, I've seen that too, Cody. The only thing I haven't used them, but the only thing that I'd worry about, and don't think would have to catch on everything, dude. Yeah, even the fold down ones, they have to catch on everything.
So Walsh just messaged me saying he's going to be on soon. I just messaged him like, dude, they're asking a bunch of Walsh questions. I don't know what to say.
Great. Now he's going to come on with MVGs already on his head, dude.
He's going to be like, hey, have you guys heard about the latest battle belt?
Yeah. Oh, you have battle belt questions?
Shadow Maggot says, I'm setting up a recce style. Recce setup with LPVO. I don't know. For an LPVO, in my mind, the LPVO, you could quickly adjust it to having a low power setting. You don't need that offset. Mm-mm. So I would think that an offset would be if you're going to have a powered scope, either a fixed power or like let's say like a 3 to 10 or something like that on there. Mm-hmm. Then I'd probably do an offset. If I'm having an LPVO just to save weight, I'd probably just do the LPVO. That would be my vote.
I second what not Jason said. I would put a throw lever. I would take your money and put a throw lever on your LPVO.
Yeah, quickly adjust. I'm curious, Shadow Malcolm, what LPVO do you have? Or have you picked one yet? What do you think,
Yeah,
Cody?
the last time we kind of focused on those was I came to the determination I would just leave it at the highest power setting, because even if I was in a CQB situation, I would just put the squishy parts in the tube, like I said
Oh yeah,
back then, and go from there. But
yeah. If you're talking about kind of like aiming with your body,
sure,
if you're
or even if
CQB,
yeah, yeah, if I'm in a hallway or whatever, just like ghost sights on a shotgun or something like that,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna
okay.
just put whatever squishy bits I can in the tube and fire, and
Fire for
probably it'll hit
effect, yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
I'm this is why the argument right here, or the all the different opinions, is why I'm still of the opinion that I like a red dot with a magnifier. That's
Yep.
what I still have on my go-to, my one AR, that if I only had time to grab one gun and run out the door, it'd be this AR. Has a mag, a 3x mag, and a red dot on it.
Yeah, you can do a lot with
But
that.
again, that's just a preference. You know that it just works differently for each of us. We all have our
Yeah.
different opinions, but
Yeah, and I would say whatever you decide to go with, Shadow Macum, train that way and see, run some drills, see if you like it that way. You're gonna change stuff up before you get to that one rifle that you know is gonna be your go to hell rifle, right?
Yeah.
So see what you like. You might put some offset red dot on it, and it snags on your gear in a way that you didn't think it was going to, and you're like, oh, forget this. I don't want to deal with this, and you take it off. So mess around with it. Croak has a good point though. He says top mount is kind of handy for night vision shooting. If you're using a standard 1.43 height mount on a magnified optic, it's a bit higher than the Unity high mounts that are all the rage. Yeah, so that's a good point. Now, out of the four of us, I don't know, Cody. Cody, you don't have night vision, do you? I think it's just
no.
Walsh.
Yeah.
So you got the Gucci
Correction,
guy.
I have a bunch of flashlights, so
That's true. So there you go. You don't need to top mount with a bunch of flashlights.
no, but I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever shot any type of red dot with night vision, I just turned on the IR laser. Like, I'm not even messing with this.
Yeah.
Only because the force that we were up against, they didn't have MVGs, so I could
You
use
can't
the
you can't see
laser.
past that laser anyways.
Mm-mm. Yeah, laser will go way further than what I can make out with the old Bobo MVG that we had out there,
Yeah.
Cody.
Yep.
Like, hey, is that a bush or a person? I don't know. Just shoot it.
I just ran into the truck.
Joe Jones says, so have you guys tried the Otis Technology barrel liner? It's a nickel liner you can do yourself. He ran 2,000 rounds through his 5.56 and very impressed. This is the first I've heard of it.
Mm-mm.
I'm
Never
scared
even
of
heard
that
of it.
already.
Right? I don't think I would do it, but I'm very glad that you decided to and share it with us.
Yeah, I'm a little bit familiar with like nickel plating, so I'm curious if it's anything similar to that, where you have to have it in a solution and run anodes and stuff. Can you maybe give a nutshell version of what's going on, Joe?
That's what I'm saying. There's too many variables in that I'm gonna mess up.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it sit for too long, so like the whole bottom of the barrel like super lined.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go out and just start ripping off rounds and just clog my barrel and blow everything up.
Exactly.
Here you go. So Shadowman says he's got a primary arms SLX 1-6 by 24, first focal plane, illuminated ACSS Raptor. So great,
Good choice.
great scope, great reticle. I don't think if I were in your shoes and that was my LPVO of choice, I would not do an offset. If I
I
had
just
like
put it on one.
yeah, if I had a 1 to 10 and I knew I was only going to be playing in the 6 to 10 range, maybe you can convince me. But a 1 to 6, I probably wouldn't do an offset red dot.
No, and you're only going to use that when you're going into buildings, right? Like
Yeah,
outside, if you're at 6x magnification, you're just going to leave it on it. Like even within 20 yards, you're going to leave it on 6, like Cody's saying. The only time that you're going to want it to go down when you're doing QCB and building, and this is my line of thought, right? The only time that I can see you wanting to go down to lower power, so just turn it down before you go into the building. And that's why I put a throw lever on it, a shorty throw lever. So you just put your thumb against it, rack it all the way down, and then go forth and conquer.
Yeah. Now maybe he's talking about this is an option. Maybe this isn't, because he later commented, or something like this Primary Arms GLX 2.5 to 10 power. So if that was my scope, I would do an offset red dot. You could probably convince me easier on that one because 2.5 power. I mean, you're probably in the realm of what Cody was talking about, where if you're looking through the scope and someone walks in front of your gun, yeah, it's going to fill your whole vision, but you pull the trigger, like you're hitting squishy parts. So you might be fine, but you could more easily convince me to get an offset red dot with that scope than with the 1 to 6 power.
Yeah. And we all, let me say that one more time. These are all just opinions. We have our opinion, what works for us, what we like, based on us and our mission set, and that's what we go with. That's the only honest advice we can give you.
Yeah.
I would say it also depends on what caliber you're using. If you're using a 5.56, then like I already told you, my go-to on a red dot and a 3x magnifier.
Yeah. So Croak jumped in too. He said the same thing. He said, I'm with Joe. My small frames mostly have a red dots, an RDS, and room on the rail for one of my magnifiers, a 3X or a 4X. And then you get into like those primary arms, like the micro red dots and the micro magnifiers. Like they don't take up a ton of space, and they perform a really good function. I haven't tested those red dots. I know Walsh has said some good things about them, but I might go that route.
Yeah, and then also maybe another selling point on it is my magnifier sits up off the frame rail, so I can put Magpul M-Bus flip-up sights on it, and I can flip them down and flip the mag over top of it. So if anything were to happen to my magnifier, I could flip it out of the way, or my red dot died or whatever, I could flip the magnifier out of the way and pop up my backup iron sights.
Yeah. So this is good. It gets into a question that Harry has. Harry says he has an EOTech with a riser and cannot use his backup irons now. Would you recommend getting a small offset Picatinny platform where I can mount his backups? So here's what I would say. If you're going to do, instead of getting an offset Picatinny for front and back to mount your buoys, I would get just off. If you're going to go with offset irons, I would just get offset irons. Don't get the offset Picatinny and then put your irons on it. Get actual offset irons. I would probably ditch.
Why can't he fit them though?
Well, because he has an EOTech and then a riser, so the backup iron sights probably, if I'm reading it right, if he were to flip them up, he can't see through it because the riser is in the way.
I've never seen an EOTech on a riser. I'd like to see that.
I haven't either, but it's Harry, so.
I would say, I would ask, that would be my first question. Why do you need a riser? If I've seen this, right? Don't take them the wrong way, Harry. I've seen short frame people and large frame people. They have a problem shooting the AR, and it's because of the size of the gun. But most normal size people, they have a problem shooting an AR where they want it raised up, because they're not holding the gun properly.
But EOTech is one of those things where it's like, it's like looking through this. It's got such a big field of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sits up pretty high anyway.
So I would love, Harry, if you get a chance, I would love for you to drop a picture in the Discord if you know how to do that, or send us an email. I'd love to see what your setup, and then maybe we're misunderstanding and we could help you come to a better solution. If you don't like that solution that you currently have, maybe we could understand it better if we were to see it. Or
even better, because if you drop it in the Discord, I'd be willing to bet one of our viewers has a way better idea than what we have, or even has dealt with this issue, and can really help you out. And then we'll see a solution, and then we can share it with everybody.
While we're talking about it, I'm going to drop a link to our Discord.
Well, one thing you can consider, Harry, is like the offset irons.
That's what he's asking.
Okay.
He was asking, that wasn't the original question. He wanted to know if he should put offset Picatinnies, and then put irons on top of that. And not Jason said, just go with offset irons. And if you already have iron sights that you're taking off the gun, that's more of a reason to build another gun. I mean, you can't have all the extra parts laying around,
Yeah, what are you thinking, Harry?
right?
Yeah, I was gonna add that to Shadow. I know he's probably fairly new, or they're fairly new. So, but our OGs have heard us say before that your mission dictates gear. So, depending on what your role is, or what mission you're building that particular rifle for, would really dictate whether you need to put offsets or backups or any of that stuff.
So,
I know.
sorry, go ahead, Cody.
I was gonna just round it off with saying, that's why we always talk about you have to determine what it is you want that particular weapon to do.
Yeah. So he sent me a picture. Harry, are you cool if I show this on the live here?
That was
Well, you
quick.
better be if he sent it to you.
I just want to make sure, man.
As long
Alright,
as he
so here
doesn't
you go.
have his toes. Are his toes in the picture?
Let me see. No,
Would you
no
there you go.
toes. Hey,
His Walsh.
can you, Harry? Can you retake the picture with your toes in the picture for Cody, please?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Walsh
That's-
always,
Walsh, every picture he sends has his toes in it.
and he doesn't do it on purpose. And he's got the longest toes ever.
Yeah, they're like fingers. He's got finger toes. He's got monkey toe. Like he can grip stuff with it. Like,
Okay, there we
This.
go. Can you guys see that?
yeah.
Let me see if I can zoom in. I think I can zoom in. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
I was thinking like a big
a
rifle.
big
Okay.
EOT tech. Yeah. So he's saying that it doesn't work now because
Doesn't co-witness.
yeah.
I'm guessing that's what he means. That it
And-
doesn't co-witness.
No, dude, EOTechs are terrible with all the buttons on the back of it and all that. That's probably what he's looking at when he's trying to look through iron sights and all
Yeah.
the
Take that riser
buttons.
off. Take that
Yeah.
riser off and put it right down on the rail there, and it should co-witness.
Yeah, well,
right?
I don't know if that what he wants. Maybe the riser. He likes the riser, the height of it. So
Okay.
yeah,
I
think
love
this
the
comes
fact
back
that
to
he has his what's it called in that gun?
Mantis. Yeah, the
Yeah.
black bear.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, and in that case, then you would think that those backups would be in the lower 1/3, right?
yeah, that's exactly.
No,
what
it's
he
probably
used to
looking at the buttons. Think about the back of an EOTech.
Yeah.
The buttons on the back of an EOTech are huge.
Yeah.
It's probably not lower 1/3.
Yeah, so
He wants the riser.
he says he wants the riser. Busa Pilot says riser or no riser determines if you will have absolute co-witness or
Yeah.
1/3 co-witness with your iron sights. So I will say his iron sights, I think those are Troy. Are those Troy or Midwest Industries?
Yeah.
I can't
They're-
tell.
They're
I
the
think
metal
those are
ones.
Troy, and I think those are a little shorter. Yeah, so he's saying that the backup irons are a little too low.
I would
So
try
get some-
different. I would try some
Try
MBUS.
the- yeah,
Yeah, some
I was
Mac.
just gonna say, MBUS Pros might be a little taller. I forgot some Bow Pro, I think was the name of one. Something engineering. They have a little bit taller iron sights. Like maybe you could fix it with that.
Now, initially, when Harry mentioned the riser, I was thinking like what Walsh does.
Yeah, like a
It's like-
Unity riser that's like 1.93, and then he has EOTechs on top of that.
I couldn't see that, but this makes sense.
It's like the entire size of his entire face.
That's so Walsh can put the buttstock underneath the armpit and still see through optics.
So he can Rambo it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go. Bailey, Bailey told me how this last name is pronounced, and I forgot. So it's Bailey Loque. Bailey Loque says MBUS and scalar work buoys are taller.
Perfect.
There you go.
I would do before you drop the money on those, Harry. They'll probably tell you how tall they are. Just get on there and measure and see if they'll be good enough. And on our
I'm willing
Discord,
to bet
there's
Walsh
gonna be-
has some laying around.
Yeah, he probably does. I'm sure there's going to be people jumping on our Discord, and we could definitely go on for hours talking about this and giving you insight on what works for them. Check out the Discord, Harry, and see what folks are talking about in there because they might be able to easier solve or more faster. My brain's not
Quickly.
working.
Yeah.
Thank you. More quickly solve this problem. And that's what we're all about. We're all about. I tell you what, if this live chat went
Community.
3 hours, we'd probably solve world hunger.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I got to go all the way back up. All these.
Hey, can we talk about this Supreme Court ruling? That's not political.
Yeah. So you're talking about the right to carry in New York?
In New York, but you gotta look at it. You gotta dig deeper into it than just that. So I don't know all the nomenclature, okay, but the courts in the certain states that have been enacting a lot more gun laws, right? They keep using the two-factor ruling, right? So they do that two-factor ruling, and then they say no, it's not against the Second Amendment, it's constitutional, you're fine. That's what happened in California with the magazine ban and Freedom Week, if you remember that. So the judge ruled that unconstitutional. Freedom Week happened. Then it went up to the Ninth Circuit, right? Is California?
Yeah, Ninth Circuit, yep.
Who then said that they agree with the judgment ruling. Then they did the en banc or whatever it's called. And all the justices got together and they're like, they did that 2-tier test or whatever it is. And they said, oh, no, just kidding. It's not unconstitutional and the magazine ban holds. Well, in the verbiage for the Supreme Court ruling, it straight up says that you cannot use that for Second Amendment rights. And it go on to say that there's no other right in the Bill of Rights that you have to prove why you need it.
Yeah.
And it just go all into that. So I think this is a huge, I've been saying it for a long time that these states are getting greedy, and the Supreme Court didn't want to hear, in my opinion, didn't want to hear a Second Amendment case. They haven't in like 14 years or something.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, but the states kept chipping away and kept chipping away. And I said, man, if you got to keep this up, you're going to force the Supreme Court hand, and they're going to have to make a ruling. And if they word it correctly, it's going to change a lot. And that's exactly what I think, my personal opinion, happened today. I personally think that based on that ruling, you're going to see a whole bunch of changes. And this might directly affect you, not Jason. And might directly affect me with high-capacity magazines.
You mean standard capacity magazines?
Yeah. I say it, and sorry, I didn't do my air quotes. High capacity.
So if you guys, and again, this isn't political. This is if you like guns and you like supporting companies or organizations that actually go out and help fight for your gun rights, Second Amendment Foundation is a great one. I support. I donate to. Man, I bet you if my favorite libertarian was on here, he'd probably be jumping in and saying something similar. So Second Amendment Foundation they've already issued a statement based on this, and they're like, hey, our lawyers are already looking at all these laws in all these other states. So I will say this is something that they posted. I'll read it really quick. So the head of the Second Amendment Foundation said, it should be noted for the record that Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson joined an amicus brief opposing the New York lawsuit, while Second Amendment Foundation filed a brief supporting the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association's case. Not only was Ferguson on the losing side, we were on the winning side. And they're taking that, they're trying to use that as momentum to go after him and go after the laws that they're trying to enact.
Well, it's not momentum. It's they use this test in order to say that this is legal, right?
Yeah.
Well, the Supreme Court just said you cannot use this test in order to determine whether it's legal or not. They straight up said that. So all of the laws that they did for that, for California, for all of that stuff, they all built the laws on this rickety foundation. And the Supreme Court just came in with like a tsunami and took out the foundation. So it's just a matter of time before it all crumbles.
Right. And I forgot, I can't remember exactly what it said, but there was one statement that I read from the Supreme Court ruling that was basically like, I think it was Clarence Thomas that basically said, like, you guys have been using this to make your decisions, and you've been ignoring these other things. And if it was only this, whatever thing that they were using, the two things that they had to look at, like, this whole thing just falls apart. So he talked about that in his decision. which I thought was great.
Yeah.
So
As you can tell, none of us are lawyer. We don't even know what all this stuff is called. We just wanted to bring that out because I personally think it's a big deal, and I think it's going to change a lot, and I hope it does.
yeah. So who was Croak sent me a picture of his gun. He wanted. Let me see if I can figure out how to share this.
Is it you take
Redwood, I was also bummed that
There you
there was
go.
no toes. Oh, yes!
Yes.
He said just for Joe. There you go, Joe.
Hey, my Joe, Cody wanted him. But does that even line up? Zoom in on that magnifier. It doesn't
It's
even look like it
it's
lines
folded.
up.
That is zoomed in. I
Folded
think it's
too.
one of the flip to side ones.
Yeah.
Oh, and folded out to side. I'm looking at it on my phone.
Hey,
Okay.
this is Crook. I
Yeah.
also wrap up my my doohickey like that. I don't know why I can't think of the.
The sling.
Yeah,
Dude.
I can't speak English right now.
You want to see that again, Joe?
No, I can't really see it. So,
Joe is staring at those toes.
yep, that's what I was looking at.
We'll get you to send your toe pics directly to Joe, and
Yeah, I'll give you his.
Why,
Okay.
why to me? Why is this a me Joe thing?
so you can see them. I know you can't see them on your tiny little phone.
You're the one that likes to see Welsh and toes all the time,
No,
Cody.
I'm the one that gives them grief about it every time.
So let's see here. There's a bunch of comments. So the dude says EOTech buttons are on the side now.
Oh,
I don't know if
shows
they're
how
on the
old I
side on
am.
that one, though.
Shows how old I am.
And then he says XPS EOTech is a co-witness. EXPS is lower 1/3. That riser posted will put the irons at the bottom of the window.
Oh,
Oh no.
speaking of the devil.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Hey, can we mute him real quick and finish what we're talking about?
Yeah, there you go. He's
But
muted.
anyway, so yeah, if he had the other EOTech, see this is why our viewers are way smarter than we are.
I love that Walsh joined on and like 10% of our viewers left.
Right? They're gone forever.
we're-
No, that's just because we were talking about toes for 5 minutes.
Yeah, true.
There's a lot of. What did I miss? There's a lot of comments about feet.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Nothing. So John Jackson says maybe mount the EOTech to a Connect lock or ADM short Picatinny riser. They each offer 0.6 inches of additional height. If you need the iron sights, just remove the EOTech. Option, have a QD. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'll show the picture to Walsh because Walsh hasn't seen it yet.
Okay.
So Harry has a problem.
Oh, I have a solution.
I figured you might. Let's see if
Yeah.
I know you're the riser boy.
It's the Unity riser.
All right, here we go. So this is his problem. He's got this EOTech on a riser, but now his backup iron sights are like right at the bottom of the. He can't see through this. It can't co-witness.
Yeah.
No, he can't witness.
Yeah, you can't do anything. Yeah. And that's the problem you run into with that. I'm with what you guys were saying. I'd probably run the ADM mount. The annoying part about an EOTech is the batteries will be a problem. This one sits at the same height. This is that Unity one, but this is what I was showing you guys before. You can it actually has a spot to see through and has a windage and elevation adjustment inside the mount, but it's only a T2 mount where you need to have the other Unity riser for like the EOTechs and the AEMS. So it doesn't help your problem. And you already have the riser. Okay, maybe you could use the riser for one of these for a magnifier later. If you want to run that same height, and then run the ADM mount that'll bring you up to that Unity 2.2. I think. Yeah, I think Unity's real tall. It's like 2.2.
Mike says, get rid of EOTech and go with Master Race Aim Point. That's how you solve that.
See, why is it on me?
Hey, and we've talked about
We
it
all like
before. Those two used to be the king of the hill. They're not anymore.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, I'm just gonna.
Dude, my Romeo 7 is amazing, by the way. Update. My Romeo 7, absolutely amazing. And it was, I think, $100. I think I paid $100. No, 170, 160. I don't know what I paid, but I way overpaid because now they've dropped down to like $120. Well worth it.
So Croak says he put a cheap UTG on Discord. It's a direct pick continuing rail, raises up 2.2 inches, and he says when I say cheap, it's $10 and solid.
There you go.
I think
Then you can try it and see if that would work.
but the PC's
Hey,
running. It's got to be QD, like in order to be able to come off. Let me.
I used to have a UTG, UTG bug buster, something like that, on my 1022. Worked forever, and it was bomb proof. I still have it somewhere.
I think Walsh had a UTI, right? Walsh?
We don't have anything. Okay, so similar issue I had with the thing that's not what we think it is. How do I go this way? Yeah.
Oh God!
I can't show that.
Oh, here, Walt. You are gonna be the one that gets us banned.
So similarly, exact same set. Oh, look at this! I can do it. I can show it. So exact same setup. I had the Hollis and AEMS. Not that way. This way. Right? Whatever. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
And I wanted to be able to co-witness, but then I realized I had a problem where you can't see through the huge ass body on this. So we're talking about the ADM mount. Switched out the ADM mount so I could, in theory, just take it off if I have to. This one does have a fail-safe where it can work with no light at all. Oh, not no light, no battery. So it could work with light. It works really poorly. Like the automatic is super crappy. But I would look into the 80. I don't know if there's an ADM mount to EOTech though, because of the way that shroud works. I'm not a big EOTech fan, no matter what. So that's just.
He says he will check the height of the M-Bus or ScalarWorks buoys first and see if those are tall enough.
Or buy a riser for your iron sights.
I think there
Just
are.
buy an iron.
I know.
Buy a riser.
Unity makes some. They make some 193 or 22 iron sights, but they're huge and they're sick. They're expensive. I think they're $200. And they don't flop down. They're anything. There's always in the way. I don't think I would do that, but you can.
Just buy a riser and put your iron sights on top of the riser.
Whoa!
Oh wow!
Whoa!
Okay. We're getting jammed up with.
I've already blocked them.
Something or other.
Yeah. No, someone blocked me completely.
This is because Harry is over there looking at porn sites while we're trying to do this live chat.
Right, and then people are showing their feet. So.
Croak asks, "Does it have to be QD?" And Mike says, "You ain't getting no solid QD for 10 dineros."
I'm with Mike on this one. You're gonna get something. It's not quality. It's like when you go to the store and you get great value. Like, it's not great taste. You didn't buy a good taste. You bought a good value.
Mike says, "Oh snap! Naked HD, mi gusto." That means he likey for you non-Mexicans.
Hey, did you guys already talk about some of our guns and stuff that we did? The videos we did.
We did.
Yeah, we already talked about it.
We already did.
We already handled business.
News.
Can I go back a minute? What were you guys' thoughts on that micro red dot being auto brightness only? That was my first one. I was like,
I don't mind it as long as it's always on.
As long as it's good. I've just dealt with so many auto brightnesses that are trash. Like this one sucks. Like, you got to turn that thing off as soon as possible.
For what?
The automatic brightness, like the settings.
On your Crimson Trace.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how my Swamp Fox is too. They offer two different ones, and I got the always on with auto brightness.
Is it good?
Then they have a shake away.
On those two,
the Crimson Trace is daylight bright. I mean, I showed that in the video in the sun. It gets bright enough that you can still see it. I didn't know if it picked it up good enough on the camera. Joe said it did. That when I shut off the light in the garage, it did dim down. He could see that it dimmed down. I thought it dimmed enough. It looked better in person than it did on the camera.
Yeah. No, I was just curious because.
But I'd have to mess with it more.
Yeah, I've come into problems like when you're in.
Harry says you deleted before I could try the link.
I've seen issues where I'm like in because I'll be just testing optics from my basement. I'll be looking outside, and then the auto brightness changes for indoors, but you're aiming outdoors, and then it drops all the way down. You're like, I can't see the dot, and it's like it's frustrating. Some scenarios is like, okay, I got to remember the dot may screw up. So no, I was just curious what you guys thought.
Yeah, Joe gave me a couple ideas to try out for next time. To have a flashlight in front of the optic and turn it on. I had it on the side when I tried it, and to see if that washes out the red dot.
Yeah,
like a gun light.
Yeah, is that the right wording, Joe?
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea. You could try it out.
But I will say this, since we're back on the Crimson Trace, I will say this. I was absolutely amazed that you could still use your stock height sights on that. So it must be a very slim body, or they cut that Smith & Wesson down really low.
Yeah, the Smith & Wesson is cut down pretty well. I don't have the cover here, but also that, I don't know if you saw, but in the channel too, they kind of try to use that space as best as possible, because they cut that channel out and then they put the adjustment for the windage right there in the channel.
Mm.
So it was just some smart design elements that I really liked about that thing.
Now, Jason, I know I missed a few live chats. It's been running around, but you and I have been talking. Have we shared with everybody like how many micro red dots are actually in that series? Like how many we actually have?
We're not talking about that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just joking. I don't know. No, we haven't.
Yeah. So far, Crimson Trace, just because we had that one. Well, technically, I had the Swamp Fox Sentinel first, but I forgot I had that. So Crimson Trace, Swamp Fox Sentinel, the Ride-On Micro Red Dot version 2. Joe had the version 1.
Trash.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get. TridgeCon sent us an email, said that they'll send us an RMR CC to test for 6 months. I'm trying to get Shield to send us one, and there's one other red dot. I can't remember who it is now.
Yeah, I was just surprised how many you had when you were reading them off to me. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, the Holosun. I was thinking I had the 407C, but I'm thinking about getting the 407K.
Please do. Please do.
To see if it's the same problem that Joe had.
Hey, do you want to trade?
No.
I think they have that new EPS too, the one we saw at SHOT Show, Jason.
But it's only for.
I want to try that.
Isn't that only for Glock MOS? Oh, you're thinking. I'm thinking of the SCS.
Yeah, I'm getting lost in the new names. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Cody?
I want to try the Sig Zero.
Oh yeah, for your 380, right? That's supposed to fit on your 380. So Palmetto State Army has a sale. It's the Sig 365. It's an olive green frame and a Sig Romeo Zero for 180.
Wow. Is that
good.
Kyle?
Oh,
I don't know what that is. So
What's up?
Kyle Seltzer, he's a buddy we used to work with for a long time. Me and Kodiak, we worked with him for a long time. That's awesome.
Nice.
What up, Kyle? It's been a long time.
Hey, not Jason. Do you want to trade Crimson Trace for a Holosun 407K?
No, because I want one that I want to buy one or get one from them and see if yours is all jacked up or if they're all fish.
So I looked through a 507K last week, and it went just as bad. Just to let you know. Yep.
Interesting.
Was it like smeared or something?
No,
dude.
dude. It's
you're
like
looking in like a fishbowl.
It has magnification to it.
I'm warning you that happens. I think those 407s and 507s, like how you saw. Remember the 509T I did?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the 509T was that first gen, the second generation of the 509T. I think that's what's going to be in the EPS and the new stuff, but they're going to have to do a new model version. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same glass. Like it was basically you could only see like in the center. Everything else was just like bleh.
That's exactly how this one is. And I've advocated for Holosun. I've never even owned one, and I advocated for them because they seem like decent quality. You've had good luck with them and their warranty and dealing with them and everything else.
My 507 isn't like that, though. I noticed it on the T the first time. The 507, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's the K version, the small one.
Smaller.
Caleb says, "Hey, we've been forgetting Joe. Wizard.
Thank you.
There you go.
I
did want to say, Jason, Mike had a comment where he was like, he said, Mike Abranco, he said one of our departments got into auto brightness. Dots on their pistol. Hate them. I'd rather shoot my. No, not that one. Next one.
Oh yeah, one of our departments. There you go.
Yeah. No, you go ahead. I'll mess it up.
He said, one of our departments in my unit got auto brightness dots on their pistols. Hate them. I'd rather shoot my irons than use that.
And I am absolutely in agreement. I am not a fan of auto. There's not a time when I was like, boy, I wish this would be controlled for me. Like this, I wish that feature. It never helps me. I just turn it off. I put it manual anyway. If I can't turn it off, that would be a problem.
Yeah, and I think for me, if I don't know why they did both. Like for me, I would want a manual. In my mind, the best of both worlds would be a manual adjustment brightness, and then an auto turn off shake to wake, so that when you pick it up, it turns on. It comes on.
That's all I want.
This has auto brightness, which it works. I said at the beginning, like, I don't know. This is my first kind of run in with micro red dots, and so I don't really know what I'm going to like. And maybe I'm going to mess with some of these other ones. I do know that the Swamp Fox I have I believe, is manual brightness. I don't think it's auto. And we'll see. It might be like, oh, I really like this a lot better than the Crimson Trace, or it gets brighter in the daylight, or I can get it dimmer than that one auto dimmed. Who knows? So I think as the series progresses, we'll see what we like, and we're going to rack and stack them. And then at the very end, my thought was doing, I don't know what most folks call it. I call it a 5-5-5 drill. So it's 5 rounds, 5-inch circle at 5 yards, and you have 5 seconds, and just seeing which one performs best.
Man, you're gonna have to sit there and change out all the optics and zero all the optics in order to do that test.
Yep.
Dang, we need an ammo sponsor.
Dude, someone told me to get on Discord. There's like all these private messages that are on for my Discord. So if you send me messages, I'll get to them.
No, you
Cage?
won't. No, you won't.
Who's Cajun on here?
Oh, look, there's all this cool stuff on Discord. Look, Croak has all this neat stuff. Like weeks ago.
Actually, Shadow Mankum sent us a picture asking us to rate his stuff.
Oh, really?
Maybe he's
Are we
asking
doing that
the
right
Discord
now?
maybe he's asking the Discord to rate it.
Oh,
Go
Go ahead,
further
throw it
than
up
the
there.
toe picture.
We'll burn them. We'll burn them right here on our live
No.
chat.
what's this? Oh, Croak sending me something. He's got his helmet set up. Oh, I can't see this.
Oh, here you go.
Oh,
So Bailey Loque.
Okay. What? No wonder you couldn't pronounce his name.
Loke.
no! Remember he fixed this
Lucky.
last week. He fixed this like 2 weeks ago. Late.
Yeah, I know. I told him I forgot.
Yeah.
Linky. Bailey Linky. Bailey.
I like this.
How do you pronounce that, Cody?
Where?
You're from Louisiana.
I was gonna. Luke.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Luke, that's what he told us. He did.
Bailey, where are you
There you
from?
go. He says, "Look, it's look."
I love it. It's Luke.
It's
Harry said, "Is that alpaca rug?"
Yeah, the Discord right now is actually pretty good. I'm loving Croak's.
Okay, we're supposed to be doing a live chat, not playing in Discord, fellas.
right.
No, we do both.
We love the Discord. If you guys don't have Discord, join our Discord. We have
Yeah,
so
I'll
much
put
fun
a
over there.
I'll put a link.
Walsh doesn't. He ignores your chats, but I chime in and I'll respond to you.
Lucher.
Listen. At least I have a Discord. Joe doesn't even know how to install.
Don't even, dude. At least I'm real about it. Like, I don't have time for it, so I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Walt's
here it
just
goes.
like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and then never answers anything. Oh, thank you.
Wizard Dance Magic Wizard Enemies Wizard Chief.
People know, like people want to find, like I don't know why, but like for some reason Instagram is the number one thing I can get to. I don't have Discord on my phone; it's the issue, so I have to come down to my computer and like use it all. And maybe I should. I'm just making.
How do you
excuses.
not? You're the tech guy.
okay,
How do you
this is
not
gonna
have
be
it on your
good.
phone?
Here we go.
Just making excuses.
We're gonna share this picture. This is Shadow Mankum.
Hey Bailey, I'm from New Iberia.
And Joe.
Boom.
We
What
don't.
do you guys think?
Oh, that is a good rug.
No,
It is.
where's the toe pictures? Don't cut that out.
There's no tail pictures. What are you talking about?
Yes, there is. He's got both his
Look
feet.
at
Both his feet.
that. Why is Cody all freaked out about toes?
I told you, Cody.
Harry, hold on.
He's got
Harry's
peanut
fucking-
Zoom
teeth.
in.
Look at that.
I love how every time.
Where do you want to zoom in? I can't like move it once I'm zoomed in. Can I? Oh, I can. Oh, I'm a wizard. Wizard.
Oh, he said it.
Wizard Dance Magic. Look at that.
Those are drinking words.
Dude, I like that holster. What holster is
Yeah.
that?
Is that a HCM holster or what is that?
I'm not gonna lie to you. This seemed like a Joe build out.
It does.
Ooh, look at his
Like
knife.
just like some straight 1990s. Like, where's the Strybog in here?
Look at that. No, this isn't a Joe build. Oh, it almost is. Look, he's got an Olight and a Hollow Sun. What is that?
Yeah.
The 507 case?
That's what I
It's all lighter weight. It's all just
Look
minimalistic.
at that S-Tac. Oh, I love God's camo.
Yep.
Good job.
Yeah, this is
Hey,
like a Joe build out. Besides the
Yeah,
radio,
the
I mean that's the
alpaca
only
rug.
thing that's not Joe
does
Joe
the-
build out.
He does the little loopty thing around the grip.
I like that.
Is that the new thing?
That's a,
No, it's not
Yeah.
a new
no,
thing.
it's old
called-
school.
Yeah, it's called "Don't Die Getting Out of Your Vehicle." 'cause you're still-
Defense mechanisms? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
K19?
That's a good setup.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, but
Oh, speaking of plate carrier, if we're gonna talk about him, Welsh, what is this? I saw the little teaser thing. See, he doesn't even talk to us. Just
I
let
do.
you know.
I do.
I saw it on YouTube on where you're taking boats about an L-back, dude.
So
You got one?
I don't have it. We will have one, and it's on the schedule for early July.
Oh,
I
this
get
is
burnt
so
dibs
cool.
before you put it on eBay.
I'm loving this.
Bailey-
This is so awesome.
Bailey wants you to roast the setup.
I'm going to. I got it up right now. Check this out. I'm so excited about doing this, guys. Thank you so
But yeah.
much for. And I don't like saying roasting because we love seeing stuff and going, oh, this is awesome. I would do this, or I like your setup here. All right. I love this.
See, this is more of a Walsh
Oh,
build. No, they're more of a Jason build.
that I want the Patrick patch. Like that is.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a thing. Look at that.
Look,
He's got
that
a
is
thing
definitely a
one.
Jason. That's
That
a
thing
Jason.
one.
That's a thing one. Yeah, that's what I'm have on here. Thing
Oh,
one, yeah.
is this now? I don't know placards as well. So is this a HRT placard?
Yeah, sorry, that's actually wrong. That's the Spiritus Expander Wings version 2 because they work with the K19. It makes the K19
Okay.
so good. I love the fact that Spiritus products are actually useful. Yeah, it's just a pouch, and then that's the HRT Maximus.
But that's not a. Oh, that's an MEPC?
He's got a backpack to hold my fruit roll-ups in.
It's not an MEPC though, because the MEPC is a little bit different.
Yeah. What is that? Cajun
Is that
or Bailey Luke?
I think it's a Haley flat pack.
You're a Haley flat pack.
Hey, can I just say thank you for putting the forward grip on that way? Welch
Yes.
is gonna
No.
have a meltdown. I knew it. Welch is gonna have a
I'm gonna
meltdown.
grab on the front of it and angle it so it slides.
I don't
off.
grab onto it. I just
No.
put this part of my hand on it.
This part. Look, yeah, like
Oh,
this.
yeah, it is an MEPC. In your face, Walsh.
Oh, it's
I'm gonna call Jesse and tell him you suck.
What upper is that on that rifle?
This year.
Oh,
Wrong
I'm
way.
gonna give him
Wrong.
one doo-doo point though.
You don't have a muzzle device?
That's
Oh, he says he has his can is out of jail now.
that sling though. That like I love me some
sling?
Modern Poet Society. But
I
that
thought you hated it. We were talking about it last week in the live chat. I was like, I don't know.
Not
for sure, but I
Jason.
think
You're not
Walsh
letting
hates it.
Waltz finish. You're not letting Waltz finish.
It's
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
bad. It's so bad.
He said he loves him some Warrior Poet Society, but he hates the sling. That's what he's trying to say.
Like it makes these like I see so many good things. I see like the offset. I wouldn't do that offset. Can you talk about it? But I love the ScalarWorks mount. I love the offset 509T. I love the Razor Gen 2 or Gen 3. I love all that. And then it's like the most annoying sling in existence. Like, ugh.
And better next time you take a picture, you better change that foregrip before Walsh loses his mind.
No, thank you for doing that.
It's better the other way.
Crook says he
Says
loves
Walsh.
Warpoint
Only
side
he watched
sling.
2 YouTube videos that said that you need to turn it around. Hey, can you go right on the picture, down and right?
Bailey goes, I've never used that sling. Like, listen, I know you haven't.
Is that good, Joe?
Yeah. Is that a CRT? Is that a cart knife? I don't even know what it is. A cool holster. Or sheath, I
Hey!
should say.
My favorite. We were just
Yay!
talking about you. We were talking about the right before Walsh came on and ruined our fun. We were talking about the court ruling. So good to have you here, man. It would have been nice to have you here a little earlier. He says that's a Mr. 920.
A Mister.
Walsh would laugh at that.
Yeah.
507 and a mod light.
Dude, I need to get some holsters. Talking to you three buddies.
And a PMM.
I need to get holsters.
We're swimming in people we know that do holsters.
I know. I
That's
just need
2 new
to.
holsters today.
Oh, the dude. See, he's the dude.
You bought 2 new holsters today? Where'd you buy them from?
I got that one I showed you the picture of from Stealth Gear USA, and then I found another company that does. It's called Hidden Hybrid Holsters.
I think I'm gonna reach out to our buddy out in Texas because I really like that
1441 gear.
holster. Yeah, I really like this one for the CZ. I think he does such a good job on this.
Who's that one?
But I think I'm gonna
1441
reach out to him. I think I'm gonna get like 2 or 3 more holsters.
How's he feeling? Is he doing better?
Yeah, he is. He's doing a lot better. It seems like sales are up, which is good. Man, I really like the guy and like supporting a good company. I mean, we've all.
Yeah.
I think we all have holsters from him, don't we?
I have
1441.
2.
Ooh,
Several.
Not
Yeah.
just.
Two.
Sorry, whenever you got time, can you pull up this picture from Croak on Discord? It's really good. But sorry, but yeah, I love the 1441.
Which one?
gear holsters. The one when he just showed of his plate carrier and helmet setup.
The one that says waiting on TNVC to get back with me.
No, it's just brand new. He just put it like
The one with the toes.
okay.
I would so there's no toes. I would so there's no toes. And I do want to comment on the dude. I'm loving what he's saying. He ran some drills with that Warrior Poet Society sling. I don't know who could possibly run that.
You just don't like the bungee part of it, or
None of it
That's
works.
so
correctly.
cool.
None of it works. I'll show you, Cody. But like, we basically made the sling series. The sling series is basically just for that sling, so I could put it in last.
Dang it! Now I gotta review all the other slings so
Just
that
to put
in
that
last place.
But some of the other Warrior Poet stuff I love. So like, I'll recommend some of their stuff all day long. The sling, no. A buckle, I love it. The rest of it, no. Like, no.
I like their belt.
So the dude said, I tried running my Warrior Poet Society sling with a few drills today and immediately went back to my slingster.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Travis Haley says to use the BCM vert grip both ways. He invented it.
No,
in your
I
face.
I reviewed it. I've corrected him.
My favorite libertarian thinks I was rolling, as they say, in the BJJ world. Awesome, buddy. I'm going tomorrow morning. No gi tomorrow. Zach Fett, Wizard in these, Wizard plus 1 level Wizard.
Thank you, Zach.
What up? So I'm digging this setup. So
I'm bingo.
You see this? Bailey, I'm gonna find a way to mount the BCM vert upside down. Just I'll be angry. I would be annoyed. I'm not gonna lie.
There you go. Abuse pilot. That's a sweet setup. All right, let's zoom in on this bad boy.
Yeah.
I am a K19 fan.
Yeah.
I love the pincer placard too. Although some folks have asked, and we haven't showed this yet or really talked about it on our channel. You really can't put AK mags in the pincher placard. I mean, they'll fit, but that little tab on the back, I think it's just going to wear the heck out of that elastic. It just juts out.
And I heard PMAG Gen 3s are an issue. We all run Gen 2s. I don't know why we generally do, but I think we all run
They're
Gen 2s.
cheaper.
I think they're cheaper and they work just as well. And I run Lancers. Lancers in the Gen 2 had no issues. So when I was reviewing it, I didn't mention it, but it sounds like the Gen 3s may actually have issues in those pincers.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm actually, man, I'm going to have to eat crow. Hopefully it tastes good.
What?
I'm actually excited for your LBAC video.
Why? So I can send it to you? Like, all right, cool, man. Cool video. Did you box it up yet?
No, I want to see if it's any good. And I want to see if you say that it's better or worse than the K19.
And that's where I was actually worried I may have to actually separate the idea of normal plate carriers and load bearing. Like when it comes, I only have a couple actual load bearing carriers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm going to struggle with that too. How I'm going to frame that. It's going to be a totally
I'm
different.
excited now.
I like that dump pouch. Cody got me hooked on those dump pouches.
Those little ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I love all this. So he's got the MSA Swordens Looks like he's running the Agilite helmet cover with the are those the Unity? Yeah, so there's two different kinds of different helmet connectors. How he gets those on and off those MSA Swordens, I don't know. Mine are different. They're actually QD on and off. Those don't have it. But so there's
It
two
looks
different
like he's
kinds.
got Pro on his helmet and on the top.
No, it's helmet.
No, it's
Pro.
just the connectors.
There's the contact connectors, and then he's got MSA Swordens.
Oh,
I
so
can't zoom in anymore.
Here's what he's running. So yeah, so there's two different kinds of connectors. You have the ones that pop out and then they can rotate back, or the Unity ones that don't pop out, they just rotate. Some people like different things. I don't know. I like the ones that pop out personally, but then they don't get as tight to the head. So it's whatever.
I didn't realize that this is what I sound like when I'm around cars.
Yeah, and you're like,
Yeah.
what is this talking about?
What?
Like, what is he talking about? That was before I used the Unity adapter. Seeing the earlier pic. Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't see the earlier one. But yeah, I like the Juggernaut mount. He's got the Juggernaut phone mount. He's got the Juggernaut phone case, which is cool.
that stuff's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Expensive. It's super expensive. I'm going to be sad, though, if I ever get a new phone, because it's so hard to find a phone that they make a case for, and then all my crap would be useless. That's another big negative. I like the one Cody has better, this SNS Precision one. If I redid it, I would just go with that. It's a way better way of doing it.
Well, because it's so universal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do whatever. What are the loops in the pincer placard for?
Hanging his gloves, duh.
Oh, yeah. I do like having those pig gloves. I do like those.
Yeah.
This is an overall good setup. He's got that the P320 with the not Smith & Wesson. That's the
Wilson Combat.
Thanks. My brain came out.
I didn't even own a SIG, and I knew that.
I do
Get
too.
a,
I'm just saying
get a
random.
life, Walsh.
Right.
All right, I'm done.
Know your own gun. Oh, now you messed up the order. Now
No,
everybody's
no,
gonna yell at you.
Oh boy. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome,
that's
man.
good. I love this setup. This one's super cool. I love that.
We
I saw some comms.
yeah. So I can't zoom in anymore. He does have a radio over there. It looks like is that a Bailfang?
Mm-hmm. And he's actually running one of the cattail antennas with the QD connector. So he's
I gotta get one of those.
stuff. Yeah, makes it so much. It's so much better to switch radios out and switch gear out when you can just.
And is that? I can't tell. Is that the core battle belt?
That's what someone said. Yeah, Croak said core battle belt.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Love it. I do really like that belt. All right. We're over an hour and 15.
Oh,
That's fun. I like doing the.
yeah.
Not the
I like
rope.
this. I like seeing everybody's setups and be like, "Whoa, check that out."
We won't call it roasting. We'll come up with a term, but
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, but if you guys, I don't know what the opposite of roasting is.
Yeah.
Although when you roast coffee beans, it makes the beans better.
Grinding. Grinders. That's a. I think that's a.
All right,
That's a no website. Harry
Yeah.
knows. What is grinder?
Hey, going back to that person that came in and commented, with how strict YouTube is and how we're always worried about getting kicked off and them shutting down our channel, they sure let a lot of that crud happen.
Well, I think what happened is Misfit talked about it. Misfit bought all of those bots because once we get up to 1 million subscribers,
Oh yeah,
Walsh is buying everyone. What is it? PVS 14s.
yeah,
So that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
including the team, right?
Sure. We have 1 million subscribers, so I'm not going to care at that point.
Mike says, "I find the lack of kit-related tasteful nudes saddening." You know what? Me
Hey,
too.
Mike, we got 100% more feet in the live chat today than we have ever before. So
Cody
Be
has
thankful
not
for
stopped
that.
talking about it.
he. Never mind.
He
Okay.
likes your feet pictures.
The
hey,
K19,
people sell that stuff on the internet for money. So
True.
the K19 is in a league of its own. Can't wait for Walsh review coming up. Walsh
Yeah.
review? I think Walsh review. Walsh has already reviewed the K19, and
He's
it's
put
our
that on-
number one. That video almost has 100,000 views. You know that, Walsh?
Well, I didn't. And what's crazy is halfway through that, there's like the cicada for the majority of it that I had to fix the audio for like 3 days. I spent 3 days just trying to figure out how to not shoot almost all that video again. But I can still hear it. Every time I watch that video, I just turn it off. I'm like, all I can hear is that cicada and how annoying the sound is.
So Shadow Man come. So guys, here. Oh, so I'll mention once we get past an hour and 15, we only pull up member chats. So it's not because we hate all of you. It's just that we hate Joe.
Why did you pause awkwardly at that moment?
Yeah.
Because
We
you're
hate
trying to
Joe and
figure out
Mike,
how.
but we just block all non-members so it doesn't stand out to them. You know?
Yeah.
So, anyways, just I'm kidding, Joe and Mike. We only do member chats from here on out, and we only go for another 10 minutes or so.
We
So
can talk about new stuff.
Wizard
Shadow
Dome means
Mankind-
I still have a full. You guys failed today.
Oh, Wizard Dance Magic, Wizard.
Thank
Wizard
you.
Boost.
Here's a thought. What do you guys think of getting a DJI Mini or Mini 2 drone for recon in a bag or something like that?
Cody's our drone guy.
So here's my only complaint. So if you've ever played, was it Ghost Recon that had the drone?
Mhm.
So that was almost instantaneous, right? You press the button, bloop, the drone went up. My DJI Mini, it takes me like 5 minutes to get it up in the air. So if you're in a hurry and you're trying to get, in the air to see something, that's something that DJI needs to figure
But
out.
it has a range of like 10 miles, right?
No.
What's the flight time to? Like 15 minutes?
Yeah, I'd say probably a mile is safe. Because once you get out so far, you're losing it. It uses a Wi-Fi signal, so you're starting to lose that. You'll lose your picture, and if it gets too far out and loses the signal, it'll return home. But if you're just trying to pop up and do some recon, and you got plenty of time, yeah, I could see that working out. It is pretty noisy,
Yeah.
so I would say, make sure if you're doing some recon to be pushed back pretty far from whatever your target is, get it up high, and then fly over. Then they can't hear it, and you can't see it. That is one of the benefits of it being a mini.
But you hear
That sound,
Right.
like that sound is so.
it stands out.
Yeah, I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh shoot, we got a drone nearby. Like you would know.
You can normally hear it before you can see it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Harry,
But that's a
Harry
good
says,
question.
Cody, wasn't Grinder the reason for your prolonged absence?
Yes.
We're glad you're better.
That's why he was lost in the desert.
I wish we could have gotten like get well soon letters. I wish we could have done like that whole thing. Just you could send get well soon letters to Cody.
Right.
I've been like, what are these? Why am I getting these?
Who's sending? Who's Harry Baloney?
Yeah. That's good. Croak says Agilite links the TLD review on their product page. Yeah, that's when we know we made it big, buddy.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
A new one.
You'll see sometimes in the emails that they send out, it's like, oh, that's Walsh's review.
Because I'll be scrolling it and I'll be like, scroll through like, hey, that's me.
Zach Fett says, Feet, what is this, Reddit?
Right.
That's
pretty
what Walsh
close.
wants.
No, I don't need. I'm not on this. Oh, maybe I am.
That's where he lives.
Reddit
It's
is
true.
his. Yeah. That's what he cites all of his references when he talks
Right.
about something. He's like, Reddit.
What's on Reddit?
Oh my goodness.
I will say this though, to come to Walsh's defense, if you ever want a good laugh, just go on Reddit, like find Thin Line Defense, go on Reddit, and see what they're saying about Spiritus, and your day will immediately be better.
It's always a good time.
Because he's just like, someone's like, oh, I love Spiritus LV119. He's like, it's trash. Like,
We're
let me
not
break
the
it down for you on how bad it is.
I say we because we're a collective on Reddit.
Yeah. It's funny. Whenever Walsh does something wrong, I'll message him and it's like, it's all you. You did this. I can't believe you did this. And whenever something good happens, like, oh, look at what we accomplished.
We did so good.
I feel like a parent. Your kid, Wizard from Zach Fett.
Oh,
Thank
read
you,
that Caleb
Zach.
comment.
That keyboard warrior is a product of Reddit. I am sure. 100%. 100%.
Yep.
Absolutely. Like if I
Uh,
posted that on Reddit, people would be mad. They would be like, take it very personally. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I know it's a joke, but
Is this supposed to be me?
he's making a lot of good points. The keyboard warrior is making a lot of good points.
Yep. Zach Fett says, I see him over there from time to time. There was someone else. Was it Misfit that said he sees you over there a lot too?
Yeah, I talked to Misfit, but like with Zach's the best one because I'll like comment on something and then someone will chime in and be like, yeah, so and so and so and so. I'm like, who's that? Oh, go away. I already know who you are.
Well, that is it, guys. We are out of comments.
We should play a new game where all of our viewers try to find Walsh on Reddit and troll him. You're welcome.
Listen, that's all. It's like what the game is. That's all.
That's
Reddit.
Right,
what he
but they're
does.
going to troll the troller.
I don't think you can. It's just never.
Yeah, they can.
No, you. No, you. No, you. No, you. Like,
Watch. I challenge. Now I challenge
Yeah,
all of our viewers to do
Yeah,
it.
everyone just tag
I
me.
challenge you.
And random garbage.
I don't even
All
know
right.
how Reddit works, but I challenge you to go troll Walsh on
Karen
Reddit.
says, I call Reddit the wrong side of the internet.
It's literally like the butthole of the internet. Like everything comes out of there unfiltered. It's just you don't show that
And
to
it
your
stinks.
mom.
It's Walsh's favorite place to be.
Yeah.
Let's go around. What do we got coming up? We'll go Walsh first.
So what?
L back.
So we have a. So me and Jason were talking about our July, and he sent me the schedule, and he labeled it correctly. It said the July from hell because we have so much cool stuff that's actually just suddenly popped up that's going to happen in July. Some stuff I can't tell you about, but
I may have already told them.
defense
Probably.
mechanisms. Probably not.
No, I didn't tell them
No.
about
Good because we can talk
that.
about
Thank goodness.
We do have the L back. I don't have it in hand. Hopefully, I will have it soon. So I'm gonna see if I'm allowed to do any teaser stuff. I think I can. I'm pretty sure the embargo is over as of like last week, and then I can show some videos, show some posts, and then we're gonna do the actual review. But what's coming on Sunday? I don't want to steal Joe's thunder for Friday. On Sunday, I finally got around to doing a Rise armament trigger review, comparing some different triggers. I used the 140 for forever. I'm a big fan of that trigger. They don't sponsor us in any way. I just buy and use their triggers. But I was kind of frustrated as to what the different ones were. So I got them all and I tried them out. So I think you'll enjoy that one a lot. Jason, he got to sneak peek it and he thought it was really cool. So I think it'll be good. That's all I can tell you for now. But I'm busy working and I'm trying to answer some more people on Discord. That's all I got.
Trust me, he'll fail.
Yeah.
All right, around. Who's next? Cody. Cody's next. Am I pointing the right way? I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to promise anything because I never pull through. But the kayak is still dry, so when
Yeah, I'm still waiting
when it
for you
goes
to
in the
launch
water-
this thing from a dock.
Come on.
Come
when
on.
it goes in the water, you guys will be the first to know.
Yeah.
You've had it longer than you waited.
We're getting done with our busy season at work, so
Oh, okay.
hopefully,
That's cool.
With any luck.
Yeah.
All right, not Jason.
Oh, what do I got coming up? I don't even remember. I did the schedule for Walsh, and I was like, okay, so AK-47 video got postponed, so that's going to be the 1st. July 1st will be the AK-47 video, so that's going to be the next video you see for me. And then Walsh took on way too much, so he's basically has like the next 3 weeks of videos. There's going to be some stuff in there from Joe that I'm excited about, but I'll let him talk about it.
So I think tomorrow, right? Not Jason. Tomorrow,
Yeah.
my first one. So I finally get to beat up on some optics, and I think you guys are going to be surprised because I was super surprised. We might have to rethink the test. That's how surprised I was. So the first one drops tomorrow, and then we're playing around with the schedule, but somewhere around, I don't know, the 8th or the 14th, 15th, another one will drop. So I have that coming up. What else do I have?
July,
The 8th.
the
Yeah,
8th,
oh, we can talk
July
about
8th.
that. Yeah, you can't talk about that one yet.
Oh, you can't talk
Yeah.
about it? Oh.
Well, I can say that. I can say something, right?
Yeah.
I can say manufacturer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get something from Olight and try it out. That's all I'll say about that. And then, unknown to the Ink guys, I'm actually working on a video, but I'm gonna get the Ink guys read on it to see if they even want to post it. But maybe that will get posted. And then, if Cody would stop hitting a microphone, and then.
We're just a bunch of children.
And then I don't know how much of that I want to say.
Don't say anything.
Okay, I'm working on some other stuff.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
All
right.
You guys know about it. I just don't know how much I want to say.
Okay, we'll hold it.
Keep
then.
those feet pictures coming in the Discord.
Good Cody. What do you think he's gonna do for all those hour-long trips?
I think we all know who has the fetish now.
Staring at
somebody mentioned they were going to sell them on the internet. I'll help.
I'll help.
Buy them? You
10%.
You're supposed to buy them all.
He's like, you guys may not know this, but I've been stockpiling Walsh's feet pics for years.
Yep.
That's the funniest, because I'll send you guys something and it'll be like 90% feet. You're like, and Cody's like, your damn feet are in there.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about before you got on.
Yeah,
it's like look, this is Walsh's toes, and this is the carpet. This is what it looks like.
And I'll be like, hey, does this screw look right? And it'll just be like a thing and then directly to my feet.
Are you putting the screw in with your toes?
Okay. That is it, guys. So again, we are Thin Line Defense. We are here every Thursday. Link to our Discord is in our chat. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you being here and
all the conversations. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Walsh, apologize for being late. I do not accept. All right.
Yep.
See you guys next Thursday.